Drifter, how are you? You're clearly not well.
We're doing another bedcast. It's not looking good. um,
What's
it's
going
been a
on?
wild ride. So I've got good news. I finally found out what's wrong with me. I was actually not crazy. I cannot believe that.
That's
Shockingly,
good.
uh, I have a pretty severe lifelong vitamin B1 deficiency, better known as thiamine. And you need that vitamin to regulate most of your organs, your nervous system, your heart, your brain, muscle growth, bone density,
Yeah,
a lot of the not so essential things in your body.
sure.
And probably had it my whole life. Most of the weird problems I've had, including the hallucinations that you guys find so amusing, were almost certainly driven by
Not
vitamin
just us.
B1.
Yeah, two things. One, that's definitely amusing. We stand by that. Two, how many times now have you finally gotten to the bottom of this problem? Is this root cause number 4, 7?
I think it would be the third, but I think it's the really real one because this uh, destroys testosterone and other things, and it causes your nervous system to essentially disintegrate because the myelin sheaths that protect the nerves do disintegrate. They don't repair. Demyelinization causes people to lose their memory. It causes people to slur words. Balance problems has a tendency to cause heart and upset stomach.
Yeah.
Sure, you're not talking
Blood
about
flow.
alcohol.
That's what causes wet brain. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, people who
Yep.
are like chronic alcoholics, like they
Mhm.
get wet brain like late in life. Shout out Lady Di from the O&A show. She got
Are you
wet
supposed
brain.
to have dry brain?
Yes, because wet brain, it means that you have a severe thiamine deficiency and you lose your mind. Like you no
Yes.
longer are with reality. You're like, you're in fantasy world. And that's apparently caused by a thiamine deficiency. So it seems like, how the fuck did they not catch this? Or did you not happen upon like a pair?
The short version is this is something that really is almost never checked for, at least in the Western world. It's considered eliminated since most of our food is fortified with high thiamine mononitrate. So, in theory, if you eat one Pop Tart a week, you should have enough. I have discovered that I am so lucky to have a genetic disorder that causes my body to not absorb very much. So lucky, in fact, it's a new gene that hasn't been researched yet, so it didn't show on the initial test.
Do you get to name it?
And I think the doctor does. I know this because I
When they
reached out
name
to my
it, be
family.
like Drifter with a 0.
Yeah.
No, I would keep it with an E. It's easier to spell. But I got my family members to also take vitamin supplements, and a variety of issues that they had, from cold sensitivity to anxiety to issues with psychosis and things like that, went away very quickly.
So, it could be
So,
genetic. Kyle,
yes.
you're muted, bud.
So genetic.
How much history of psychosis are we talking here in the family? And are we talking about like an uncle who liked to talk about gremlins in his fighter plane back in Nam? Or are we talking about like pants on your head, got a kitchen knife, and we're heading out?
My grandfather has a body count of about 15 people because he got violent when he got drunk, and he would have
So,
breaks
the
from
second up.
reality.
Body
Yeah.
count doesn't mean that anymore.
Well, you're right.
You fucked a
Kill
lot of
people.
guys.
I try not to
made
talk
him
too much
gay?
trash. My mother would go psychotic when she would drink. I saw her break a plate and try to cut her face off with the edges to let the demons out, or God knows what. So that's been in
Jesus.
the family for a long time. I'm not going to talk about my other relatives because I doubt they
Sure.
want to be on this show, but similar issues
Equally
when mixed
serious
with
issue.
alcohol. And the only reason it didn't get me is because I grew up around alcoholics and swore that off. I'm on the cannabis only train. If I had drank, oh my God, it'd have been terrible.
So for your family, it's like doubling up with the alcohol because
Oh,
they
yeah.
already have a thiamine problem, and then that's no
Yep.
good.
You might
And
want to go straight edge, my friend. I don't know about you
I'm
might
very
want to like
straight
check
edge.
those Tylenol
Yeah.
twice. Like, oh man, so your life sounds so scary to me. Like in
It's
my
tough,
normal
man. I'm
life,
sorry.
I don't deal with any sort of ghouls or goblins or anything like that. And it seems like that's a daily concern for you. You're like, fingers crossed, there's no ghouls or goblins today.
I don't particularly worry about those anymore. I used to.
Okay.
Just on a daily basis. I was seeing things. It's weird.
Yeah.
Right now, I just worry about managing the health stuff. The good news is I'm supposed to make a full recovery. The bad news is it's
Good.
supposed to take a couple of years because it's been going for so long. Every system in my body is dysregulated. That's why the testosterone was so low for no reason, and all these other things, and all the labs are all out of whack. And I got lucky. I got in touch with one of the very few doctors on the planet that even has published research on this, Dr. Chandler Mars. She runs hormonesmatter.com, and she's been helping me. And
her name
she
is
basically
Chandler?
said this Chandler Mars, yes.
So what's this? Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going to gloss right over the lady's name's Chandler. I mean, that's more interested than any of this. Okay.
The solution, is it just a vitamin?
For the most part, yeah. Take vitamin B1. It's very cheap. It's over the counter. It made me feel better within 12 hours. I felt radically better within a week.
Why are you
unfortunately, after a month, I kind of plateaued. I talked to this new doctor, and she said average recovery time is a couple of years because your body's kind of in starvation mode. So I got a lot of fun stuff to work through, but the long term's looking pretty good.
That's good. I'm glad it seems like you have a prognosis or whatever to go off of. Does it piss you off at all that, like, after all of this, it's like, it seems like a vitamin deficiency that could have been like handled on Amazon. Like, you have to be kind of like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, so all these tests and you didn't have me like piss in a cup?
I did take a multivitamin, but it didn't have thiamine in there. Since it's already in our bread, the majority of multivitamins don't include it because it's considered unnecessary.
Which multivitamin?
Oh shit! It was just like some chewable gummies I got from Target.
Yeah, you didn't get. Okay, see, that's the problem. Anybody out there that look, I take multivitamins every day. I think it's one of the like 5 things you should take. Like, if you had to pick 5, it'd be in them. And I take those expensive ass Thorne multivitamins. And I promise you take 4 pills a day or something. You take them in the morning. There's a morning blend and an evening blend.
Well, Kyle's on the rich guy Thorne stack. I'm on the basic nutrition stack.
well, I mean, I'm sure that there's thiamine in it. Like you said, there's thiamine in Pop-Tarts. Like I had does your diet, everybody eats differently. I know some people just never touch like vegetables or fruits ever. Like was that a thing? Like,
no,
I know
I eat very healthy. No caffeine, no alcohol, no tea, not a lot. I do eat sweets, but not a tremendous amount, Try to eat organic, local, healthy vegetables, blah, blah, blah. I'm in Texas. It's not going to be perfect here, but it's pretty damn good.
Well,
I wasn't even looking. I'm just thinking, like, you've developed this crazy thiamine deficiency where it's seemingly,
but it's been my whole life.
It's like how did you avoid thiamine so much? And the answer is clearly that you didn't, that you've got this genetic disorder that makes you need a lot of thiamine.
I need a lot, and I got lucky. My life was a perfect series of events. Every medication that I've ever taken for a long time, a lot of the procedures that I've had done, all of those have known side effects of draining thiamine. I've taken sertraline. I've been on diuretics when I was a teenager. I used to have to get bi-monthly spinal taps and things like that.
Jesus.
So all of those things drain thiamine. And there's only 2 labs in the entire world that'll give you a transketolase test, which is the most accurate one. So doctors almost never test for it. And I only found this because I went to a psychiatrist because I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm crazy. Put me in a padded room and lock me up. This makes no sense. The psychiatrist said, look, man, you can be as crazy as you want and not get labs like this. You may have a mental problem, but there may be something else. He sent me to a neurologist, and the neurologist is like, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. I just know that it's going to be weird and it's going to be beyond my expertise. I'm going to refer you to like the research hospital, which was UT Southwestern, and it'll take 4 months, but you know what? I'm going to sign you up for like 15 shotgun random tests to do a little work before you get there. One of them, B1, the transketolase. And so I'm just fighting my way through that. It's going to be a fun year-long slog, but
at least you're on the right path.
How often have you thought about? Because I got to tell you, if I had all these problems, especially with the mental stuff going on, something you can't wrap your hands around or cut out. Because like if you got cancer, like if I had like, I don't know if there's an example of a cancer that men can get. Like when women get breast cancer, they can make that nuclear option and be like, you know what? Take them fucking both. Well, ma'am, the right one's still good. No, fuck this shit. Like, and I have a lot of respect when they do that. I don't know if there's a nuclear option for men like that, but that's what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for the bad part of me to cut out at some point, Like, I don't know if you've ever gotten a thorn in your foot or something, and you're like, I don't care how much this hurts or how gross it is to dig around in my foot. You're coming out. There's something like in us that wants us to get that shit out of us that doesn't belong. And so, like, man, I could see thinking like some of the stuff you've been through.
You are goddamn determined to start us off grim today, but the honest truth, because I try not to lie.
You're in a coffin.
I'm not in a fucking coffin.
Sorry, Dracula. Am I bringing the mood down?
This is a very expensive bed, anyway.
I bet it is. It comes with that oak lid. You got the inlay and the silver handles on the side.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole
anyway. It's a floating bed that glows. It's a cyber bed. It looks really cool. Anyway, yes, I thought about. I'm not a lot, but the thought of not seriously. I didn't sit here and be like, yeah, I'm going to do it today. None of that. But every now and then, when I was trying to go to sleep and in a lot of pain, I imagined how pain-free it would be to be dead, and imagining being dead helped me go to sleep. So.
I'm really sorry, man. That's horrible.
It's horrible,
it's terrible.
But
you have to deal with this, and I'm genuinely happy for you that it seems like you're optimistic on the path you're on now. Hopefully, it is what solves it. You're doing a good job. So that's rough, man.
What you got, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it must feel really good to have your hands around. Like I said, like at least have a really good idea of like what the thing is. Like,
mm-hmm.
and it's easily solved too. They're not like, oh, we found it. It's your butthole. We have to remove your butthole.
We have to pour out your butthole.
Like we're making
Do I just get an even better butthole? Like you can't remove a hole. You can only make holes bigger.
You could get the colonoscopy bag, the one on your side.
I don't see why you'd have to do that.
Nowadays you can just request like a corpse anus.
Is that true? I believe
I got a real thing. 2 a week.
Yeah.
I want a zombie anus.
I think that'd be disgusting.
I wanted to talk about if it's okay. First of all, glad that you worked out that whole thing. I think about you every now and then. Whenever I have a friend or a loved one who's got a health concern or whatever, I'm like, look, it's not that bad. We'll get this cleared up.
No,
there's this guy named Drift0r on the internet. I know. You know about the Hat Man? They'll be like, no. I'm like, and you never want to know. So fucking stiff upper lip. It's just leukemia, pussy. Like you could be Drift0r, and they'll right away it perks them up. It perks them up. But no, seriously, I'm glad you're not like fucking fighting ghosts or like you were on that Dan Aykroyd path there for a while. I thought it was getting scary.
I was never unaware of that. Like, just so you guys know, I never like believed that was reality. I just couldn't change the way I was perceiving things. I was just getting fucked at like the mitochondrial level.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get that. In like, I have had dreams where I wake up and I'm like mad at Jackie in real life, knowing that it's irrational and that it's not okay, and that I need to not project that, like, keep it inside until you come to your senses. But I still feel mad. Like, the emotion is the same, even though I know the cause is a lie.
Good luck, you.
Good luck,
young man.
I hope it's at the base of this time. I do have my own concerns. It's the 4th time he solved this problem, but hopefully this is the last time he solves it.
He seems more sure about the solution this time than he did before.
Well,
maybe
that's
for me.
A date. That's good, right? Like I was surprised that when he finally got out of that bed, I was like, "You can get up."
I don't understand
didn't know
this
that was an
condition
option.
where you can only get up during dates. Okay.
That was a stylistic choice.
Dude,
it's like a Scorsese, hand cam.
I think he explained it to us last time, I'm sure, why he's like laying in fucking bed. But like, we just didn't even ask this time. I don't think any of us really remember exactly. And like, now that we know it's a vitamin deficiency, why the fuck's he still laying in bed? And like, I don't know shit, but I'd figure you could eat some fruit, get a B12 shot or whatever, and you'd be good to go.
B1. But I bet, I think you only get B vitamins from
if
meat,
B1
right?
would fix it, imagine what a B12 will do, Taylor. I don't
Bingo.
think you know your vitamins.
Taylor, did you even go to school?
B1. We moved on to B12, and you're still talking about B1.
B1, the lamest of B vitamins. Everyone knows it. That's why it got ranked 1, or the lowest.
I don't know if it's
B vitamin. We've moved on to 12 others. It's like Star Wars now.